Well, good morning and welcome to the final round of the Australian Rotax Pro Tour. It is the double header this weekend, so we've got championship points up for grabs today and tomorrow. Micromax hit the track for their first heat race. Jackson Burns up the front row, Jensen Burns out of P2, Samuel March is there as well. They are getting set for the start. This is a crucial part of the championship. It's the final round, it's the Jason Richards Memorial as well, and we're celebrating his time in motorsport and what has been successful, I must say. But of course, 12 tickets up for grabs, a part of this Australian Rotax Pro Tour. And of course, one ticket is available for our Micromax drivers. And Jackson Burns, he has had a great year this year. We are off and racing for heat number 1, 3 heat races today. Of course, we're going to find out who will be on the top step and be crowned champion. As I say, this is the final round of the Australian Rotax Pro Tour. Huge thanks to our sponsors, and our series sponsor for Micromax is Manson's TCLM Limited. And as we have, Jackson Burns leads the way, who the man who started off a pole position. They will work their way through this right-hander, and now coming across, watch them go over the hump, and then they quickly go hard on the brakes into this left, then they kick right onto a very crucial part of the circuit because it's a long back straight for the Micromax drivers. They work their way along, and have a look at this, the brothers are at it already. Jensen Burns trying to make a move to the inside. Not quite close enough to do so there. They work their way out of this right-hander, then they're going to kick left once more. And now they will be flat out through this right kink, and they work their way across the start-finish line. Jackson Burns, your race leader from Jensen Burns, sitting in second position. Isaac McNeil in third. Bassiola there in car 27, sitting in fourth position. Samuel March fifth, Toby Musico sixth. There is your 6 competitors. And they are working their way along the back straight once more, and have a look. Isaac McNeil, quick time, 46.843. So Isaac McNeil, fastest on track. They go hard on the brakes into that right-hander, and as you can see, look at the Burns brothers having a huge tussle. Jackson Burns still leading the way. Jensen right on the tail. In the parallel machines, these boys have been battling it out each round. Jensen Burns was so close of getting on the podium. He was about to take the top step with 1 corner remaining at the last round in Warwick, and then dropped the chain, which unfortunately for him cost him a chance to stand on the podium. But looking very racy this weekend and putting all sorts of pressure, because now Jensen Burns fastest on track. Certainly letting Jackson know he is right on the tail there, swarfing all over the back bar. They go right hard on the brakes. That's a very tight right hairpin in the hardest part of the circuit. They go very hard on the brakes. They go through this left-hander, and then they go right once more, and they're flat out now through that right kink, across the start-finish line. Still no change at the moment. Isaac McNeil sitting in third position. Bassiola sitting in fourth position. Samuel March fifth. Toby Musico sixth. They all work their way along this short straight, and then they kick left. A nice move this we see to the inside. The 27 car now moves into third position. They call him Dibber, I think it is, who's sitting now in third position in car 27. His first round of the Pro Tour was the previous round at Warwick, and he got to jump up on the podium, and he's sitting in third position, having a great tussle here with Isaac McNeil. Samuel March not too far behind as well. Then you've got Toby Musico. There is your top 6. But on screen, on our live streaming, you can certainly check it out on our Rotax Facebook page. You can click on the link from there. But what a great year Jackson Burns is having. Kart number 23, very consistent. He's had to fight very hard for each round, but he's been able to stand on the top stop, and you can see he's grabbed a couple of state championships, but now he wants the red plate. the red plate, which is the Australian Championship. Oh, look at this great tussle for third and fourth, still unfolding. Isaac McNeil and Bassiola having a huge tussle. It looks like number 15 of Samuel March looks like taking no further part of the race. .46.451 is the fastest, and that is set by Jackson Burns, your race leader. Jensen Burns sitting in second, 46.453, so just fractions slower than your race leader. Isaac McNeil, 46.8. Dimmer there in car 27, having this great tussle. He's holding on to third position at the moment, 46.6. So Bassiola there sitting now in third position ahead of Isaac McNeil. That's where the battle is happening, as well as this great tussle for the lead. It's still Jackson Burns in control. Along that back straight they go. And look at the great toe Jensen gets down that back straight. And this is what we've seen happen each round. Jensen just sitting there patiently right on the tail of Jackson every round, just waiting patiently. And watch what happens on the last lap. It gets very tight indeed. Jensen will find the move and he makes the pass. He did it at the last round. Is he going to do it again? 2 laps remaining. 46.383, and that is set by Jensen Burns. So the 31 kart sitting in second has just posted a quick time. And next time around they will see the last lap board coming out. And then we've got this great battle happening also for third and fourth. But on screen, it is the two parallel chassis. Oh, there we have it. Yes, nice move on the inside. Isaac McNeil gets back into third position. And now these guys are about to see the last lap board come out as they roar their way across the start-finish line. Just to greet the last lap board. Jackson Burns in control, 46.353, his fastest on track. He is your race leader, but is he going to hold on? Not quite close enough to make a move, the 31 kart. They go left, and now they go right onto the back straight for the last time. So this is where Jensen will get that good toe down the back straight. Jackson will be trying to hold on. He goes to the inside, so he'll be trying to defend as much as possible. And yes, he does a great job of doing so, because Jensen unable to find a way past yet. See him leaning over the wheel, trying to squeeze as much as he can out of the 31 car. Checkered flag is coming out, and it will be a great consistent driver. Bit of brotherly love there, and it's Jackson Burns takes the win ahead of Jensen Burns in second. Isaac McNeil coming home in third. A great drive for Isaac McNeil, as well as Bassiola sitting in fourth position. Toby Musico rounding out the 5 finishes of what was a great way to start our final round of the Australian Rotax Pro Tour for Micromax. Thanks to our sponsor Manson's TCLM Limited for their support this year. Certainly been a great championship. Great to watch our young Micromax drivers. And as I said, huge prizes up for grabs of this Australian Rotax Pro Tour is brought to you by Sparco. And just having a look, 12 tickets up for grabs for the Rotax World Finals in Italy, Sarno, October 19th to the 26th. We've got engines up for grabs, a Lucky Design helmet, a $1,000 IKD gift voucher, Mojo tyres, and a random giveaway, 1 brand new rolling chassis with a Rotax Max engine up for grabs, and that will be drawn Sunday night at our gala dinner, and that is all thanks to our sponsors Manson's TCLM Limited, Mojo Tyres, XPS Oil, IKD, AWC Motorsport Academy, DPE Kart Superstore, Electro Industries, CRG Australia. Without those series sponsors, these prizes wouldn't have been available, so huge thanks. It has been a great championship, I must say. It is our final round, double-header weekend. And on Sunday, we're going to see some very happy chaps we will find out who will be crowned Australian champion and also who will represent the Rotax World Finals. Next up, Junior Max. Hit the track for heat number 1. Is there water there? Yeah, is it there? No? Thank you. Junior Max time getting set for a start. When the lights go out, we will be racing, but looks like they'll get a chance to form up once again. Hugh Barter will lead the pack. Category sponsor, Electro Industries for Junior Max. What a year this has been for Junior Max. Hugh Barter, Bo Prenesti, the Castrol 95 machine of William Seal, Luke Pink. Let's check out how this will unfold. 3 tickets up for grabs for the Rotax World Finals. Who are going to be our 3 drivers representing Australia? "12-lap heat race. Hugh Barter front row, Bo Prenesti second, William Seal third, Clay Osborne, the New Zealander, at a 4. Great to see Adrian Hack. He's in action, kart number 6, starting at a P5. We are racing as they work their day down to turn 1. And will they get through cleanly? Yes, they do so. And there's no doubt this would have to be one of the 12 most strongest junior drivers I have seen in some time. This is the 12 best. And they are battling it out. The Australian Rotax Championship, the final round, will pick them up as they work their way around. But it is the 68 car. Hugh Barter gets a great start. Leads the way on this opening lap. Great start for William Seal, slots in the 2nd position. Ahead of Bo Prenesti, Adrian Hack moves to the 4th. Hughes goes to 5th. Great start for Jared Hughes. Osborne slotted back to 6th. Pink in 7th. They work their way along that short straight and they will go a dab on the brakes into this left-hander. They're going to hold the kart left because then they've got to quickly go right onto their way along the back straight. Nice move on the inside and he means business, doesn't he? The Castrol 95 or William Seal, your new race leader. Great start indeed there. They now work their way flat out through this right kink and roar their way to the start-finish line. All getting through fastest on track. Jared Hughes 42.0 at the moment. So William Seal leads the way from Hugh Barter. Will Barter make a move to the inside? Hugh Barter attacks and gets back to lead. Great move on the brakes there. They now work their way along, and now let's see if William Seal will quickly fight back. They work their way along the back straight, and who will break the latest? Barter will hold on as they go through that very tight right-hander. So William Seal slotting back into 2nd. Bo Prenesti just watching this all unfold. He's got a bit of a breathing space, hasn't he? Bo Prenesti, so he can just sit there comfortably in 3rd position from Adrian Hack. So Osborne now going back into 5th. Jared Hughes back to 6th. Sebastian Ruiz 7th. Luke Pink in 8th. Jean Marco Pradell sitting in 9th. Great job there for the 17 card of Jean Marco. And we have lost a couple of competitors, and that is Luke Pink is one of them. So we're riding on board with Jared Hughes at the moment, moving his way so far in 6th position. Coming across the start-finish line through that left-hander kink, and you just see them, they use a bit of curve to go through that left-hander. to then set themselves up through a very quick right. So a lot of change of direction here at this Albury circuit. Keeps the drivers very busy indeed. Jared Hughes now in the 4th position. Sebastian Ruiz 5th. Luke Thomas 6th. Gianmarco Pradell in 7th. Cludere in 8th position. Cavoni 9th. Adrian Hack 10th. Osborne 11th. And Luke Pink it is in 12th position. Back on board, and this is your leaders having a great tussle. Hugh Barter leading the way as he works his way across the start-finish line. 41.775 for Hugh Barter, but Jared Hughes 41.764. So kart number 18 is now fastest on track. He is on a charge. Just open up a couple of kart lengths there on Sebastian Ruiz, but Luke Thomas breathing down the back as well. So Luke Thomas battling it out with Sebastian Ruiz. They work their way along the back straight. But we're riding with your top 3 at the moment. Oh, great run there for William Seal. He gets a great run out of that tight right hairpin. That will set him up nicely to come across the start-finish line straight. He will be right on the tail, but not able to make a move through this part of the circuit. And we're just setting it up to maybe we will see a passing opportunity onto this short straight. Is he close enough? He's leaning over the wheel, goes to the inside. No, not quite able to do so. Bo Prenesti now fastest, 41.698. So the number 10 machine in giddy up mode there. Trying to get a part of the action. Look at William Seal. He is looking very determined, having little looks to the inside. Just not quite close enough to make a move on Hugh Barter. Hugh Barter was the pole man, so he is desperately trying to hold on. They're very close in times. 41.7 for your race leader. William Seal, 41.7. Bo Prenesti, 41.6. And it is the fastest man on the track, Jared Hughes, 41.678. And what a great tussle, a new change. So Seal goes back to the lead. What a great ding-dong battle there. Bo Prenesti just didn't get the run he needed onto the back straight to join the action. The Castrol 95 of William Seal, no doubt in his mind. Points, points, points. I need points, and points mean a world final ticket. So very determined, and you just see him leaning over the wheel. You can pick up a good 100 RPM by just leaning over the wheel there. So William Seal doing everything he can to try and pull away from Hugh Barter. Onto the back straight they go once more. 3 laps remaining. They kick left and right, which is flat out through that right-hander. Nice lap there for William Seal. Consistent lap, 41.7 again. Hugh Barter did so well at the previous round, just punching out consistent lap times, which was able to give him victory in the previous round. Still on board this top 3. Bo Prenesti just sitting comfortably in 3rd position. Just watching this battle unfold. 2 laps remaining now. Any slip up would cost them dearly. So William Seal will be doing everything he can to punch out good consistent lap time, but trying to push hard enough to edge away from Hugh Barter. It's a tough ask, but doing a great job so far. Gianmarco Pradell doing a great job sitting in 7th position. So, and that is in the kart 17. Cludere in 8th position, Cavoni in 9th. And we lost Adrian Hack, Osborne and Luke Pink earlier. Getting ready now to see the last lap board come out. William Seal in control. From Hugh Barter in 2nd. Bo Prenesti in 3rd position. Jared Hughes in a very comfortable 4th. New quick time for Hugh Barter, 41.662. So the man sitting in 2nd position just did a new fastest lap of the race, and what a time to do it. Can he now maybe make a move on the 95 car to William Seal? This is the perfect place to do it. Along that back straight. Is he close enough? No, William Seal gets a great run down that back straight and is able to hold on. No, somehow Barter gets a great run to the inside and now makes the move back the side by side. And look at Bo Pronesti. Can he make a move to the inside? What a tussle here. Driver's just giving, maybe an inch. Hugh Barter just comes over the line for the win from William Seal and second. Bo Pronesti grabbing third position. Great drive for Jared Hughes for fourth. Luke Thomas fifth. Sebastian Ruiz there, sixth position. G. Marco Pradell in seventh. Cluteray rounding out in eighth and Cavoni ninth. There was your 9 finishes of Junior Max. We'll take a quick break. We're going to be back with plenty more to come. 3 races here today. Huge points up for grabs. More to come in moments' time. Welcome back. Hitting the track now, we have a Minimax getting ready to rumble for their first heat race here today. Kamal Murad will lead them out. Did a great job in qualifying indeed. Thanks everyone for tuning in as well. We are live streaming here today, so Thanks for the people at home saying hello and tuning into the action. It is the final round of the Australian Rotax Pro Tour. One ticket is up for grabs for one of these drivers to represent Australia at the Rotax World Finals. The number one man, Costa Taparis, keep an eye out of him. He starts on the second row of the grid. He actually already won a ticket in the Canadian Series, so he will be claimed a ticket and he'll be heading over to Italy already. But no doubt one thing is on his mind, and that is to win the Australian Rotax and hold on to that red plate as they work their way through turns 1 and 2 for this opening lap. We'll pick them up as they work their way around onto that back straight for the first time. They work their way across the start-finish line, and it is Kamal Murad getting a great start. Well, he started off pole position and leads the way. Christian Genev hasn't he had a fine year this year? Kart number 8 moving into second position. Ava Agnostiadis sitting in third. Costa Taparis fourth. They work their way on that short straight. They kick left and then they go right onto the very long back straight, and this is where we'll see plenty of passing opportunities here. And have a look at the number 1 car, Costa Taparis. Will he make a move to the inside? Not quite close enough, but Ava Agnostiadis goes to the inside and now moves in the second, but can she hold on to it? Not quite, as Christian Genev was able to do a nice cheeky snick back on the inside and holds on to second. They will now work their way across the start-finish line, and what a great start for the 7 car of Kamal Murad, already opening up a handy lead, 44.750. The youngster is in giddy-up mode indeed. Great start there. Christian Genev sitting in second position. And Ava Agnostiadis moving into third. Costa Taparis now sitting in fourth. Bit of pressure on his tail there because Jake Redakowski doing a great job as well. Sitting in 5th position. Maxi Walton 6th. Jet Kokoski 7th. Karajic there sitting in 8th position, and Oliver in 9th. There is your 9 Minimax competitors roaring their way around this Albury circuit. Through that fast left-hander you see on screen, then they kick right. Ava Agnostiadis does a great job and now moves into second position. So kart number 14 into second. Genev goes back to third. They go back along the back straight. Oh, Costa Taparis getting a great run there. Will he make a move this time? He's going to have to go hard on the brakes to do so. No, unable to do so through there. 44 car, Jake Redakowski there. Oh, there we go. Nice move to the inside goes Costa Taparis. Now moves up a position. I was waiting for it to happen. And he sneaks there on the inside. And now moves into third position. Flat out through that right-hander onto this straightaway they go. This circuit here, we start the race in a different spot to where the checker flag drops. 44.529 for Ava Agnostiadis. So kart number 14 sitting in second position has now posted a new fastest lap of the race. So young Ava is on a charge and will be doing everything she can to try and close the gap up on your race leader, Kamal Murad. Costa Taparis there now setting a new quick time, 44.369. So the number 1 man, new fastest lap of the race and right on the tail. They work their way across. On that short straight, they kick left and right. Onto the long back straight they go. 44.5, so lap after lap, your race leader is punching out consistent 44.5s, and that's all he has to do to maintain this lead at the moment, because Ava's also doing 44.5s as well. Costa Taparis makes a move to the inside and now gets into second, so not the qualifying he would have liked. Still second row position, but normally a bit closer to those times. Now he's fastest on track, 44.369. So getting quicker and quicker each time he roars his way around the circuit. Oh, Genev makes a move to the inside. Oh, nice move indeed, Christian Genev. So slots into third position. Ava got back into second, so a great ding-dong battle there. And it looks like the 10 car will be taking no further part of this race. Iwan Oliver is out of heat number 1. Back with the action on screen, and it is Costa Taparis in the Cosmic. Makes a move to the inside, so goes back into third position. And what this battle does, it then brings Jake Redakowski to the party, as well as the 68 card of Maxie Walton. They work their way along that straight. They go dab on the brake, hugging the left-hander as much as possible. Then they kick right. But it is still Kamal Murad in the lead. 2 laps remaining for heat number 1. Very flowy circuit here at Albury. And these young Minimax drivers are pedal to the metal, flat out as they roar their way across the start-finish line. On screen, it's a very fast left-hander. They just lift off the throttle, use a bit of curb, and then they've got to kick right, and then it's flat out through that part of the circuit as you see on screen. So very flowy indeed here. They go hard on the brakes into that left-hander, and Costa Taparis right on the tail of Ava Gnostiadis. It is Energy Kart leads the way. It's Energy 1-2 at the moment from the Cosmic there of Costa Taparis. Christian Genev there in the Formula K kart. Jake Redakowski in the Evo machine. Great to see a mixture of chassis battling it out. Last lap borders out. Costa Taparis having a look to the inside. Not quite close enough to do so there. Very tricky place to pass. Let's see if that has cost his momentum onto this straightaway. But hasn't Kamal Murad done a great job? Lapping 44.5s once again, lap after lap. A healthy lead and keeping it together. He will get ready to greet the checkered flag for his first heat win here today. They work their way along the back straight. Look at this battle unfold. Costa Taparis, can he make a move to the inside? He goes there, yes, squeezes through. So a nice move for Costa Taparis. And what a time to do so. Ahead of Genev. Looks like he will hold on to third position here. We're about to find out. But it's Kamal Murad will take the win. Great drive. Ava Gnostiadis second. And just Costa Taparis will come home in third position from Christian Genev in fourth. Jake Redakowski fifth. Maxie Walton in sixth position from Jet Kokoski seventh. Stefan Karadzic there coming home in eighth position. And unfortunately, therefore, Iwan Oliver did not finish heat number 1. Beautiful day here for racing. Sun is out beaming on this Albury circuit. And great to see. Young Kamal did a great job in Warwick as well, the youngster. He's really stepped it up in the last 2 rounds. So he will be absolutely overjoyed with that win for sure. Huge points up for grabs. Of course, 12 tickets on offer for the Rotax World Finals in October. So we've got 1 ticket available for Micromax, 1 in Minimax, 3 for Junior Max, 2 for Rotax Light, 2 for DD2 and 3 for DD2 Masters. Huge prizes up for grabs here, which will be drawn out on Sunday. We've got engines, a brand new go-kart up for grabs as well. $1,000 IKD gift card. And that is, of course, thanks to our category sponsors. IKD, International Karting Distributors, Mojo Tyres, XPS Oils, and of course Sparco, our series sponsor, DPE Kart Superstore, AWC Motorsport Academy, Electro Industries, CRG Australia, and Manson's TCLM Limited for their support been a great year. 6 rounds of this Australian Rotax Pro Tour. And plenty. 3 races today. 3,000 points up for grabs. And then it all happens again on Sunday. Hitting the track, DD2 get ready to rumble for their Heat 1. I'm excited about this one. The times were so close. And of course, with the 2-speed paddle shift gearbox and the front brakes, it is the 71 kart of Jonathan Markison will lead them out. Marcello Sarachi there. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday for him, and he starts on the front row as well. Overjoyed with that effort. Spoke to Bon Roby. They've certainly turned it up here for this final round, starting out of P3. As I say, looking forward to this heat number 1 of DD2 getting set in moments time. So DD2 warming up their machines. When the lights go out, we will be racing. Off they go, down towards turn 1. And who will get the whole shot? Looks like Markison will get through there. Sarachi there second, Bon Roby third, Cody Brzezinski fourth, Kennedy fifth, and Greenbury sixth. They work their way along that back straight for the first time. Of course, everyone, oh, nice move there. Looks like Cody Brzezinski making an early move on the inside, gets the job done on Bon Roby, and that actually cost Bon Roby there dearly, because now he's got Greenbury right on the tail as well. They roll their way past on this opening lap. And Markison certainly needed, he's in recovery mode after such a strong start to the season for him. Had a few great rounds, but the last round of Warwick was a tough one. He's certainly written that one off indeed, and now has fought back to qualify on pole position and leads the way on this opening race. They work their way into this left-hander, and then they quickly go into second, and they flick the Clark flat out through this right-hander. They roll their way past. Markison leads the way with Sarachi there in second, but Brzezinski looking very racy indeed. So keep an eye on the 18 kart, Cody Brzezinski. Bon Roby fastest on track, so the New Zealander, kart number 17. Quick time, Greenbury goes to the inside, not quite close enough to make the move. The kart got all out of shape and quickly recovered, but lost a bit of momentum from that. Greenbury sitting in 5th position. The number 1 man, Ryan Kennedy, in 6th. As we have a look, big move to the inside. Bon Roby there now moves into 2nd position, and also following through is Cody Brzezinski. So big move for Roby, and now in the second. But look at Markison, he is on a charge. 40.155, your race leader fastest on track. Exactly what he needed as they work their way along that short straight. Bon Roby looking very racy indeed, 40.159. Brzezinski 40.2. Marcello Sarachi there, slotted back into 4th position. And now makes a move on the inside of Cody Brzezinski. So nice move there for the 93 machine. Now goes back into 3rd. Kennedy having a little look to the inside of Greenbury as well. So that is for 5th and 6th position. You can hear them roar their way past the finish line into this left kink. And they just have a little lift off the throttle through that right-hander. 40.010 for your race leader, Jonathan Markison. New quick time. Bon Roby also did a PB 40.0, so very close. Also, Marcello there did a 40.0 as well, so the top three punching 40.0 lap times, nothing in between it. It's all about track position. And Markison getting that great jump at the start, just opened up 0.8 of a second lead at the moment. Greenbury now goes fastest, 39.989 for Tyler Greenbury. So a new quick time. Fastest lap of the race for Greenbury. He's got Kennedy right on the tail, and Brzezinski there just doing everything he can to try and hold on the fourth position at the moment. Watch that battle unfold as Greenbury, will he go to the inside this time? Brzezinski making his machine as wide as possible, and Greenbury will have to go to the outside. Will Kennedy go to the inside? No, unable to do so there. This brings Morrissey to the party as well. Nicoloa there, Thomas. Watching this unfold, sitting in 8th position. Then Daniel Pegline. Oh, we've got contact down in the turn 1. So plenty of action happening here. Bon Roby sitting in 2nd. Marcello Sirachi 3rd. Brzezinski 4th. Morrissey now goes to 5th position. So Troy Morrissey capitalises nicely. They work their way onto the start finish line straight. Jonathan Markison leads the way. 4 laps remaining. Bon Roby sitting in 2nd. The New Zealander 39.925. The man sitting in 2nd is now fastest on track. Marcello Sirachi there also doing a 39.97. So looking very racy indeed this weekend, the 93 car. Cody Brzezinski sitting in 4th. Morrissey, as I said, moves to 5th. Greenbury in 6th position. Kennedy 7th. So Kennedy just sitting there quite patiently at the moment. They will now work their way. Oh, look at this battle. Kennedy this time, as I say, sitting there comfortably. He now fights and makes a move to the inside. So Kennedy now moves up into 6th position. And there'll be no doubt Kennedy just doing the numbers as he works his way around the circuit. It's all about finishing, just getting points. They work their way onto that back straight once again. It's a long back straight. The DD2 drivers love it because then they've got to quickly pull the cart up down the first gear and quickly get on the throttle as soon as possible to then approach this left-hander. Then they kick right and will roll their way across the start-finish line. Two laps remaining of this race. It was 0.8 of a second, but now Bon Roby has brought it down to only a half a second is the gap between 1 and 2. So Bon Roby there, he is on a charge indeed. 39.925, fastest on track. Great turnaround there for the New Zealander. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's Greenbury back to the inside on Kennedy. Big move under brakes. They work their way across. The great 2 laps to go now into this left-hander. And you can hear them, the DD2 boys. They go down the first gear through that left kink, so they use a bit of engine brake to roll through that turn 1. Marcello Sirachi now fastest. So the man, it's his birthday today. He's sitting in 3rd position and he now just posts a 39.865. That gap too between 1 and 2 is 0.4 of a second. Last lap board is getting ready to come out. Markison in control, but Bon Roby is just sneaking closer and closer. He will have one more lap remaining of heat number 1 for DD2. Great tussle there. Morrissey has done a great job as well. He's holding on the 4th position from Cody Brzezinski in 5th. Then it's Greenbury, Kennedy. The 58 machine of Thomas there just sitting on the tail of Ryan Kennedy and able to make a move there. Just a couple of kart lengths there. He lost coming onto that back straight. Checkered flag getting ready to come out. and it will be a win that is a must win for the 71 car. Jonathan Markison takes heat number 1. A great race it was indeed for Von Roby to come home in 2nd. Marcello Sirachi in 3rd position. Morrissey coming home in 4th. Brzezinski 5th. Greenbury 6th. Kennedy in 7th. Thomas 8th position. And Daniel Pegg round out in 9th position. Heat number 1 done and dusted for DD2. Rotax Heavy hit the track. What a great championship this has been for Rotax Heavy this year. Great to see some old faces back in action having a race. And these guys are all fighting for some great prizes thanks to CRG Australia and of course our series sponsor Sparco and IKD International Karting Distributors. Engine up for grabs, lucky design helmet and a $1,000 IKD gift card. And of course Mojo, the tyres have been up for grabs every round as well for the winner. So great to had some great support for this category and the numbers are growing each round, so it's great to watch indeed. Rotax Heavy getting set for a start for the heat number 1. James Mackin back in action and he will lead the way. Troy Elgar there starting at a P2. Benny McMillan, the 39 machine, will be starting at a P3. Denny Wright, P4. Benny Walter, position 5. Nicholas Caruso, position 6. Tony Bragonge there, position 7th. Lane Moore back in 8th position. Just had a quick chat with Keza Moore and he just couldn't believe it. I think I know why, Kerry. He won the start beside Rick Pringle, his mate. So Rick Pringle out of P9. Great to have Pringle back in action as well. Griffin there out of P10. Zach Van Leeuwisten, 11th position. So not what we expected for the number 4 kart. Well, he's certainly going to put on a great show, isn't he? Starting out of position 11. Samuel Jackson out of P12. Rinaldi 13th. Brendan Hart 14th. Matty McNeil 15th. Ashley Seward 16th. Boogity boogity, let's go racing! As they work their way down the turn 1, who will get the whole shot? And it is James Mackin will lead the way, and Alga will slide into second. Denny Wright goes straight to third. They work their way along that short back straight for the first time, and look at Benny McMillan already trying to make a move to the inside. Denny Wright there holding on tight, and will just squeeze there his kart on the third position in the 22 machine. He had to make it quite wide because Benny McMillan got a great run onto that back straight. They will work their way out of turns 1 and 2, and that part of the circuit you see on screen is a very fast right-hander. And it's a dab on the brake. You can hear the tyres just protesting as they lock up the brakes slightly to quickly slow the kart down to go through that left. Then it's right onto that very important back straight. And then as we have a look, will Alga make a move to the inside on Mackin? We will find out. Yes, squeezes through and now takes the lead. So new race leader. Will Mackin quickly fight back? Yes, he does. Will Denny Wright follow through? No, he just lost a bit of momentum. And now let's see if Benny Walter will capitalise. They work their way across the start-finish line. So a great tussle on a hand. Rick Pringle was fastest, but now it's Caruso who's fastest on track. 42.936 for Nicholas Caruso. They work their way along that straight. Oh, nice move to the inside. Bragonge gets the job done in the fourth. That's ahead of Walter, so great move there for kart number 3. Tony Bragonge now moves in the fourth. Onto the back straight they go. Where is Lane Moore? He's in 7th, so he's only made 1 position at the moment. Mackin in control as we see on screen. Kart number 89 leads the way from Troy Alga in kart 13. Denny Wright in 3rd position. Denny Wright, new quick time, 42.604, fastest on track. So it's the Comcart leads the way from Praga in 2nd, CRG 3rd, Tony Khan in 4th. 4 make of chassis in the top 4, great stuff as they work their way along that back straight. So the man in 3rd position, Denny Wright, kart 22, is fastest on track at the moment. He's got a bit of pressure on his hands here because isn't Tony Bragonge looking very racy indeed? Kart number 3, right on the tail. Benny Walter is there as well. Pringle moving in the 6th position. So Rick Pringle has been the big mover of this race so far, now in 6th. Benjamin Walter now fastest, 42.529. And then we see a move to the inside, so Benny McMillan. So he got shuffled back, kart number 39, Benny McMillan. He just moved back up into 8th position. Hard on the brakes at the end of that long back straight. And look at this, nice move. Had a little peeky-boo move there it was for Tony Bragonge. Not quite close enough. He thought about it. Unable to make it. Your race leader, James Mackin, 42.519. New quick time as he works his way around this Albury circuit. Still 6 laps remaining, plenty of time. Let's check out where Caruso, he's sitting in 10th position. Griffin there in 9th, Benny McMillan 8th. His next target is Lane Moore, who's sitting in 7th position. The times are so close. Your race leader, 42.5. And then the rest of the pack are doing 42.6s. That's how close it is. And look at the action as they come onto the straight. We see a pass. So Denny Wright now moves his way into 2nd position ahead of Troy Alga. And they're all holding on. Lane Moore trying to capitalise. Yes, he does so. So Lane Moore trying to get a part of this action as they head their way hard on the brakes. So Lane Moore finds a way past Pringle. They move into this lap. So Lane Moore is on a charge indeed. 42.6. What will this lap bring him? Certainly another 42.5 for James Mackin. 42.6 for Denny Wright. Troy Elgar 42.6. Tony Bragange 42.5. Benny Walter 42.5. Close times here for Rotax Heavy. Are we going to see a move to the inside here for Bragange? Will he do it? No, not quite able to do so. That toe is crucial down that back straight. Had a little look. Still unable to make the move. He might have to very shortly because Benny Walter is ready to pounce as well. Work their way through that very fast right-hander. It's great to see for the 3-kart of Tony Bragange there, looking very racy this weekend. And now makes it move to the inside. Nice move there as he moves into second position. They work their way right out through this right kink onto the start-finish line. 3 laps remaining. So 3 laps remaining. We lost Danny Wright, so he's had a problem. James Mackin still in control with a 1.2 second lead over Tony Bragange, who's sitting in second position. Elgar in third position. Benny Walter fourth. Lane Moore has moved into fifth position. McMillan in sixth. Caruso has now moved his way up into seventh. Griffin in eighth position. Zach Van Leeuwisten in ninth. Rick Pingle back to 10th. Samuel Jackson sitting in 11th position. Rinaldi in 12th. Brendan Hart 13th. There is your 13 drivers. But on screen, with 2 laps remaining, is James Mackin in control. The gap is 1.1 seconds from your race leader to Tony Bragange. So second, third, fourth and fifth. Keep an eye on that battle as we see a move to the inside. There you have it. It looks like Benny Walter gets the job done on Elgar there. So great move for Benjamin Walter. Now moves into third position. What a time to do so. Last lap forward is out. Just keep an eye on Lane Moore here. Kart number 1 onto the back straight. He'll get a nice toe down the back straight here, and will he make the move on Elgar? We'll find out. And yes, gets the job done. So Lane Moore at a crucial time now moves his way into fourth position. Checkered flag though coming out. It will be a comfortable win for the 89 car. James Mackin takes victory. Great drive for Tony Bragange in second. Benny Walter third. Lane Moore in fourth position. Troy Elgar back to fifth. Benny McMillan in sixth. Caruso in seventh. Griffin in eighth position. Zach Van Leeuwisten in ninth. Rick Pringle rounding out the 10. Samuel Jackson 11th. Rinaldi in 12th. And Brendan Hart round out your 13 finishers. We'll take a quick break and be back with more action here of the finale of our Australian Rotax Pro Tour. Round 6 here at Albury. 3 races today. And we will have a presentation for the winner here today. And then, of course, it's another round happening tomorrow where there's another 3 races. Huge points up for grabs. 12 world final tickets also. It is certainly going to heat up as the racing unfolds. We'll take a quick break and be back. in moments' time. Welcome back to the action on track here for Heat 1 for DD2 Masters, getting ready to rumble. Qualifying was very tight indeed. The New Zealander Fraser Hart will lead the way from Bretherton. Lights go out, we are off and racing. Terry Henley makes a great start. Oh, it looks like there's a bit of contact there. Bretherton and Henley there have been turned around. Great start for Fraser Hart though, in control. We'll pick them up as they work their way around this opening lap. But with that tussle already, Fraser Hart has opened up. A nice, healthy lead. Scotty Howard in the second position. Denny Wright third. Chris Walton in fourth position. Trevor Whitby there in fifth position. Oh, some damage to the sixth car of Troy Bretherton. So Bretherton out of this race. So the New Zealander there, the 69 of Fraser Hart, leads the way from Scotty Howard in second. The gap is already 0.8 of a second. But of course, let's see if Howard can close this gap up. 0.6 of a second. 41.2 for Fraser Hart, 41.0 for Scotty Howard. Paul Rogers also got caught up and lost plenty of time, but he is actually fastest on track. The number 10 of Paul Rogers goes down the back straight. Will he make a move to the inside? That is for position 5 against Trevor Whitby. We'll find out as they work their way towards us. But Scotty Howard looking very racy on this opening couple of laps, closing the gap up. 40.812. Terry Henley fastest there. Kart number 12, 40.808. Gee, it's a shame that incident happened on the opening lap because all these guys are very close in times. Trevor Whitby able to hold on the 5th position. Rogers 6th. Terry Henley 7th. Looks like the Praga machine of Fraser Hart just starting to click into groove there, as now opening up a bit of a gap. Bit of a tussle happening here. Denny Wright and Walton battling it out. So Denny Wright holding on the 3rd position, but Chris Walton really starting to put some pressure on. Paul Rogers in 5th position, so Rogers now finds a way past Trevor Whitby. .578 for your race leader. So Fraser Hart now fastest on track. They work their way across the start finish line once again. No doubt we'll keep Denny Wright and Chris Walton. That's the battle. It's all happening for 3rd position. They go down to that short straight. It's a left-hander down the first gear, and then a very crucial part of the circuit. This right-hander, you've got to get right to get that good run down the back straight. And will Chris Walton close the gap up under brakes? Yes, he will do so, but not able to make a move just yet. So flat out through this right kink onto the start-finish line they go once again. It's still Fraser Hart, your race leader, opening up to 0.8 of a second. So Scotty Howard closed the gap early. But the Praga kart just getting quicker and quicker each time it roars its way around. And has now opened it back up to 0.8 of a second. Scotty Howard sitting in a comfortable second at the moment. Danny Wright in 3rd. Walton in 4th. Paul Rogers there sitting in 5th position. Trevor Whitby 6th, Terry Henley 7th. They come across the start-finish line. Oh, Scotty Howard, 40.482. New fastest lap of the race for kart 39. Scotty Howard, 40.482. And on screen, you see the battle. That is for third and fourth. Denny Wright, the local man in kart 22 in the CRG. Then you've got Chris Walton in the comp kart from Z Course Racing. They will go hard on the brakes into that very tight right-hander and makes the move into third position. So Walton into third. .482 for Scotty Howard. It's a 40.7 that lap, so lost a bit of time there, Scotty Howard, and now Fraser Hart, 40.485. So Fraser Hart, 40.4, Scotty Howard, 40.4, the only two drivers to get into the 40.4 second bracket at the moment. It's a shame that opening contact happened, because it really has spread the field out. The times are so close between third, fourth and fifth. Fraser Hart in control from Scotty Howard. It's still 9/10 of a second is the gap between the first and second. Then we have Chris Walton in third, Denny Wright in fourth, Paul Rogers sitting in fifth position, Trevor Whitby sixth, Terry Henley seventh. There is your seven drivers on track. Brethren there had some damage, so he was out. They rolled their way across the start-finish line, no change. It's still 9/10 of a second, so first and second place just matching times at the moment. So Scotty Howard unable to close the gap up. Last lap board is coming out. So Paul Rogers, he certainly fought hard here. He's now got Denny Wright in his sights. And just maybe a chance to strike. So this will be an interesting battle, and that will be for fourth and fifth. Terry Henley, he is closed up on Trevor Whitby as well. Last lap board is out. Oh, just as I said there, Terry was closing the gap up. Looks like he's got a little misfire there, so that has just cost him dearly there. But let's look at this battle. Can Rogers find a way past? It'll be for fourth position. Denny Wright will be holding on as they go hard on the brakes for the last time. We know Denny Wright is very strong under brakes, and certainly at a track he knows well. Checkered flag time coming out. Comfortable win there for Fraser Hart. Scotty Howard second. Comfortable drive also. Chris Walton third. Denny Wright fourth. Rogers fifth. Whitby in sixth, and Terry Henley round out your seven finishes for DD2 Masters. Was expecting that race to really be a lot closer, but no doubt we will. We'll watch that unfold when they have heat number 2 coming up a little later for DD2 Masters. Great win though from the New Zealander. Fraser Hart in control so far. Fastest lap of the race was Scotty Howard, 40.482. Next up, Rotax Light getting ready to rumble, and certainly looking forward to watch this battle unfold. Pierce Lahane will lead them out in moments time, thanks to our category sponsor, DPE Kart Superstore. 2 tickets up for grabs as well. 2 Rotax World Final tickets. Who is it going to be? Well, we'll have to find out on Sunday afternoon, where we'll see these drivers on the podium. Crucial day, doubleheader this weekend. 3,000 points up for grabs today, and it's all on again for Sunday. So plenty of opportunity for these drivers to get some points, stand on the podium, and who is also going to be crowned Australian Rotax champion and get that red plate. Plenty up for grabs here for this weekend of our final round of the Australian Rotax Pro Tour, brought to you by Sparco. We will get set to start in moments time for Rotax Light. Heat number 1 coming very shortly. 3 races today. Rotax Light hit the track for their heat number 1. Looking forward to this one for sure. Great field. Strong quality field, I must say. Getting set for a start. Pierce Lahane will lead the way. Had a fine year, Pierce Lahane, and certainly insights for a ticket for the Rotax World Final. 2 tickets up for grabs for Rotax Light. But of course, this championship is far from over, I must say. So anything can happen. And I must say, the great man himself, Murray Walker, has said that many times before. Let's get ready to rumble. Lahane on the front row. Great job so far for Tyler Howard as well. Keep an eye on kart 44. And of course, you've got, you're very popular, you've got Gillis in there as well. Great to have Jaden Pope back in action. Rooney always qualifies well. Whitmore, a great field as we go racing. They work their way down through turns 1 and 2 and getting through cleanly. Yes, they do. Great to see. And already along that drag race down the back straight they go. They're 3 wide as they head their way down. And will everyone get through cleanly here? Well, let's find out. Great start there, and we'll pick them up and looking very racy indeed. Oh, a little touch there, and that might be with Gillis and Lahane. They work their way onto the start-finish line for this opening lap. Lahane leads the way from Tyler Howard in the second. Liam Ford, great job for him in kart 64. Moves in the 3rd position. Rooney in the 4th. They roll their way along the short straights. And now quickly kicking back onto that long back straight they go with Pierce Lahane in control. But then look at the slipstream. And can we see Howard make a move to the inside? Nice move on the inside a little bit further back. We'll pick it up. That might have been Jackson Rooney, who moved up a position as well. Jaden Pope it was, now moving his way into 6th position. Fastest on track, Liam Ford, 42.595. Oh, we've lost one. Coming into the pits, retiring the car 23, taking no further part of this race. Oh, it's the man himself, Troy Farley. That's a shame to see him out. Nice move to the inside, and that looks like it might be Ford, who now moves his way into 2nd. Yes, he does so. So Liam Ford into 2nd, Tyler Howard sliding back to 3rd. They work their way across. Rooney there sitting in 4th position. Finn Osborne in 5th. New quick time, 42.194 for the Finn Osborne, fastest on track. The 69 machine it is from New Zealand. Nice move on the inside there. I think that was Ellie Morrow makes a move to the inside. So plenty of passing happening on track on this opening couple of laps. 12-lap heat race. They go down to the end of that back straight. Still Pierce Lahane in control. 42.3. Let's see what he does this time around. Tyler Howard goes back to the inside in the 2nd position. Tyler Howard with that pass sets a 42.159. It was fastest, but now Cody Gillis goes fastest. 42.004 in 6th position, kart number 9. Oh! And I think that's Liam Ford, the 64 machine. A real shame he was in 3rd position and now had a moment at the end of that straight. I'm not sure if he was helped there. Oh, real shame indeed for him. So the gap is 0.4 of a second. And that's Pierce Lahane leading the way from Tyler Howard in 2nd. Finn Osborne now goes to 3rd. Cody Gillis 4th. Jaden Pope moves into 5th position. Great to have Popey back in action. Racing here this weekend for the final round. Jackson Rooney there back to 6th position. Hayden Cox in 7th. Ellie Morrow moves up into 8th. Brody Whitmore back to 9th. So Whitmore will be doing everything he can to try and get as many points possible here today. Nice move for Cody Gillis. He moves into 3rd position. They work their way across the start-finish line. So Gillis 3rd. Popey's in 4th. Osborne back to 5th. Just keep an eye on this. Tyler Howard, 41.950. He's closed the gap up on your race leader. So the 44 machine is on a charge and he'll get a great run down the back straight and will close up under brakes. We might see a battle for the lead. 5 laps still remaining. Anything can unfold here. Cody Gillis is sitting in 3rd position with teammate Jaden Pope in 4th. They work their way across the start-finish line, so this will be another good lap, no doubt, for Howard. 41.917. Oh, Jackson Rooney, 41.830. So Rooney now sitting in 6th position, goes fastest on track. Nice move to the inside. Once again, Ellie Morrow doing a great job. She now moves into 7th position ahead of Hayden Cox. They work their way onto the back straight. And now as we see Tyler Howard on the back bar of the 11 cart of Pierce Lahane, they work their way through that left-hander. They're flat out through that right, as you see on screen. And work their way across the start-finish line. Just a little lift off the throttle through that left-hander. So Jaden Pope, they're trying to hold on to his teammate Cody Gillis. Lapping very similar times at the moment. It's still Rooney fastest on track. 3 laps remaining now for your race leader, Pierce Lahane, the Cosmic Cart. From Tyler Howard in 2nd, Cody Gillis 3rd, Jaden Pope 4th, Osborne sitting in 5th position. And he's got the 30 cart of Jackson Rooney sitting in 6th. Ellie Morrow fastest on track, 41.795. Great job for the 25 cart of Ellie Morrow. So the battle, as you can see on screen, is all happening with young Jaden Pope, Finn Osborne, Jackson Rooney, and as that battle unfolds, keep an eye on Ellie Morrow sitting in 7th. She's closing the gap. Cody Gillis goes quick time. The man in 3rd position, 41.778. Cody Gillis is now fastest on track. Rooney to the inside. So Jackson Rooney now moves his way up into 5th position. They work their way along that back straight. And will Osborne fight back? No, just tucking on the tail of the 30 cart at the moment. Still no change between 1st and 2nd, but their times are very close indeed. Pierce Lahane was a 41.8. Lahane getting quicker and quicker. And does another 41.771. So your race leader, Pierce Lahane, getting faster and faster each time he roars his way around the circuit. Tyler Howard now punches out a new quick time with a 41.754. Look at the body language of Cody Gillis. He is squeezing everything he can out of that Arrow machine in that 9 cart. So Cosmic lead the way. Checkered flag coming out. Great win for Pierce Lahane. Tyler Howard coming home in 2nd. Cody Gillis in 3rd. Jaden Pope rounding out in 4th. Great drive for Jackson Rooney, P5. 6th was Finn Osborne. Great effort and a fight back there for Ellie Morrow to come home in 7th. Hayden Cox, 8th. Brody Whitmore rounding out in 9th. And Chris Bragonge there finishing in 10th position. Timothy Colomborita there sitting and coming home in 11th position. Taylor Harness in 12th. Blake Warboys, great to see Blake racing this weekend, finishing in 13th. Rihanna O'Mara Hunt, 14th. Zachary Hurd coming home, he finished in 15th position. From Harry Ward, Liam Ford and Benny Taylor. Mark Flood and Troy Farley did not finish heat number 1 for Rotax Light. That will complete the first heats of racing. Now getting ready to rumble for heat number 2 for Micromax. Double header weekend, so where the drivers start today is where they will also start for tomorrow racing. And it was Jackson Burns, who's been in fine form this year, will be off the front row with Jensen Burns, no doubt, right on his tail again. Looking forward to seeing how heat number 2 gets underway very shortly. Hear the Mojo tyres squealing as they warm them up and get ready for a beautiful day of racing here. Sun is beaming on this circuit here at Albury. The final round of the Australian Rotax Pro Tour, brought to you by Sparco. And our category sponsor there is Manson's TCLM Limited. And the youngsters are formed up nicely, which is great to see. One lucky driver will get to represent Australia at the Rotax World Finals in Italy coming up in October 19th to 26th. Rotax and IKD, and of course thanks to our category sponsors, giving 12 tickets away for the Rotax World Finals. They roll their way past, all formed up perfectly. Exactly what is expected. Also at the Worlds, they're very strict on their starts. Nice, slow, steady pace. Getting set, heat number 2 about to get underway. When the lights go out, we will be racing, and away we go for heat number 2 for Micromax. And the question is, who will get the whole shot? A great start there it was. And it looks like this time, no surprise, Jackson Burns gets to the lead. Jensen Burns in second position. Bassiola looks like might have slotted into third position this time, so we'll pick them up as they work their way towards us on this opening lap. Samuel March there looks like in the fourth position. We've got to pick up the man who's in third position at the moment. The 15 kart. And it is Samuel March sitting in third. Oh, they're 3 wide as they work their way down to the turn 1. But it's Jackson Burns leads the way from Jensen Burns. Samuel March in third. Isaac McNeil fourth. Bassiola there in fifth position. Toby Musico sixth. An inside move goes the 27 kart into third position. So great move there for Bassiola as he now works his way into third onto that a back straight. And look at the great run. Jensen Burns gets right on the tail. Is he going to have a look to pass? Not quite close enough to do so there. As they work their way to that very tight right hairpin. They then kick left. And then these youngsters are flat out through this part of the circuit. We'll pick up some times as they roar their way past. Still Jackson Burns, your race leader. Jensen Burns sitting in second. He's fastest on track now. 46.720 for car number 31. A 10 lap heat race. Still plenty of racing to go for this heat number 2. Onto the back straight they go. Jensen Burns there. And having a little look to the inside this time, Jensen. Is he going to commit and make a pass? No, not close enough. But what a great tussle we're seeing once again. Bassiola there in kart 27 and Samuel March having a great ding-dong battle for third and fourth. Isaac McNeil in fifth position. We'll pick up the times as they work their way around a 46. Oh, look at this, 46.596 for your race leader. Jensen Burns matching exactly the same time, 46.596. You don't see that happen too often. So the young boys there, 1 and 2, they've moved into the parallel chassis late this year. And if you want to see a pass, you're going to have to wait. Jensen Burns, he always just builds it up, waiting for that last lap board to come out, and then it is a battle. Unless Jackson makes a mistake, which hasn't been too often, young Jackson Burns. He's had a fine year this year, wrapping up a couple of championship, couple of blue plates. And that's why you'll see the blue plate on the back of his go-kart indicating he has won a state champion. If I am correct, I think he's won 3 this year. And just sitting on the tail still, Jensen Burns, who now doing a 46.402, sitting in second. Isaac McNeil, 46.6. Bassiola there, 46.8. Samuel March, 47.161, and Toby Musico, 47.2. There's your 6 drivers roaring their way around the circuit. And look at the body language from these front 2, just leaning over the wheel. And as we see there, just Jensen just letting his brother know, hey, I'm here, just gives him a little nudge. Keep up the intensity. They're edged away nicely from the battle that's happening for 3rd and 4th. Bassiola goes back to 3rd position. Isaac McNeil, he'll try and fight back. With Samuel March sitting in 5th. Bassiola, they're holding on to the inside run, coming onto the start-finish line straight. So he's back in the 3rd position. We've got a nice battle as they work their way along the back straight, up front for 1 and 2. And every lap, it just looks like Jensen's going to make the move, but he just rolls out of it. Just keeping a lot of pressure on Jackson. And Jackson is doing a great job not to make a mistake here. Punching out. His best time was a 46.4. Last time around was a 46.7. What will he do this time? A 46.445. Great time indeed there for your race leader. And there's still a great tussle happening for 3rd and 4th. Bassiola, they're holding on to 3rd position. This is his 2nd round of the Pro Tour. Bassiola, and doing a great job indeed here. And kart number 27 on screen on our live streaming. You've got Isaac McNeil there sitting right on the tail. That battle is happening for the 3rd and 4th position. Samuel March and Toby Musico, they're also having a great tussle, and that is for 5th and 6th position. Another 46.4 for Jensen Burns, so doing a great job in here there, young Jensen. Sitting in 2nd, just waiting. We've got 2 laps remaining of this race. The 2 boys there in the parallel chassis, flat out through this part of the circuit, the right-hander. You can hear they work their way across the start-finish line to greet the last lap board that's coming out. Isaac McNeil goes back to 3rd, Bassiola back to 4th. And then let's keep an eye on this battle for the last lap of heat number 2. Isaac McNeil doing everything he can to hold on to 3rd as he held the inside line. And he's going to have to do it again along this back straight. And does a great job indeed there, Isaac McNeil, to hold on at the moment. He's just trying to place that kart in a spot where Bassiola cannot find a way past. Looks like he will hold on to it. Great win here. Jackson Burns takes the win from Jensen. Isaac McNeil coming home in third. Bassiola finishing in fourth position. Samuel March in fifth. And Toby Musico finishing in sixth position. That is heat number 2. Done and dusted for your Micromax, supported by Manson's TCLM Limited. They will get set for their final, and of course presentation is happening today as we've got a double header this weekend, as I've said. Championship points up for grabs today, and also a separate race again tomorrow. So points is what we need to see for these drivers to find out who will be on the top step overall for tomorrow. Their final coming up a little later on. Let's now move to Junior Max coming up very shortly. We'll take a quick break and be back in moments time. Junior Max hit the track for their heat number 2. And looking like we are off and racing for their heat number 2 already. So great start indeed there for Barter. No start, no start. Scotty, you'll jump the gun there. Should be another exciting race for Junior Max with Hugh Barter on the front row. Bo Prenesti there. William Seal was very strong and very determined in that heat number 1. So keep an eye on the Castrol 95 machine of William Seal. Clay Osborne there out of P4. Adrian Hack out of P5. Luke Pink 6. Jared Hughes 7th. And we are off and racing. Yes, we are, as they work their way through turns 1 and 2. And once again, everyone getting through cleanly. Great to see. They work their way along. Back straight will work their way. Let's see who will get through. Yes. Seeing a move already on the inside. 1, 2, 3. Yes, plenty of passing happening on that opening lap. And we'll pick them up as they work their way around. So it's Hugh Barter, though, leads the way from William Seal. Bo Prenesti, great start for Adrian Hack, moves into 4th position. Osborne starting back to 5th, Luke Pink at 6th. You can hear them go hard on the brakes into that left-hander. Then they kick right, straight onto that back straight. William Seal gets a great run. This will be a nice toe. And will he make the move to the inside? Yes. Nice move to the inside goes William Seal. Now takes the lead from Hugh Barter. Barter goes back to the inside. Yes, pulls it off. Nice move for Hugh Barter. And look at Bo Prenesti, who capitalises and now moves into 2nd. Great start, as I said, for Adrian Hack. He's sitting in 4th position. Luke Pink goes up in the 5th. They work their way along that back straight. Hard on the brakes once more. They kick left. And then they go right. Luke Pink got a great run onto the back straight. This should capitalise on this time. Will he make a move? I'll tell you who is making a move. It is Bo Prenesti. Makes a move to the inside and gets the job done. New race leader, but then Barter goes back to the inside as well. They're going to be side by side, but just losing a bit of momentum. Hugh Barter holds on and takes back the lead. Looks like Prenesti just ran a little wide. Just couldn't get the momentum to hold on to the lead, so just slotted back to 3rd position. Luke Pink in the 4th position. Osborne there. Jared Hughes is in 6th. Sebastian Ruiz there sitting in 7th position. Adrian Hack getting shuffled back to 8th position. They work their way along that back straight. Luke Thomas in 9th. Cavoni in 10th. And as you can see, some big moves happening hard on the brakes. So William Seal now takes the lead from Bo Prenesti. Barter getting shuffled back to 3rd. They will work their way through this left and right-hander. We just lose them for a moment, and now it's through another fast right-hander. Along this back straight they go. And a big move to the inside. It looked like Osborne makes the move. And Jared Hughes now makes a move on Luke Pink. So plenty of tussling going out there on track. They go hard on the brakes. And as we can see, Barter goes back into 3rd position. So really fighting hard to hold on at the moment. They go left and right onto the start-finish line straight away. So it's William Seal now in control from Bo Prenesti. Hugh Barter in 3rd. Osborne 4th. Luke Pink 5th. Sebastian Ruiz fastest on track. 41.971. So the 28 machine sitting in 6th position. Luke Pink to the inside and goes back into 4th. They work their way along the back straight, and then we'll go very hard on the brakes into that right-hander. So the Castrol 95, William Seal in control, getting faster each time he works his way around the circuit. but it's Bo Prenesti now doing a quick time, 41.732. Hugh Barter lost a bit of momentum and unable to fight back just of yet. A 41.761. He's matching the times, so we'll keep an eye on what he does next time around. But it's Bo Prenesti who's fastest on track. Luke Pink in 4th. Sebastian Ruiz there now moves into 5th position. Osborne shuffled back to 6th. Jared Hughes 7th. Adrian Hack in 8th position. Luke Thomas in 9th. Cavoni is in 10th. Pradell 11th position. Cluteray in 12th. They roar their way past the start-finish line once more. So 4 laps remaining of heat number 2 for Junior Max. Luke Pink now, quick time, 41.640. So Luke Pink is now fastest. That big drag race down that back straight, isn't it? And then they get a nice tow. And this will be, I reckon, another quick time for Luke Pink. Let's keep an eye on the 49 machine. He did a 41.640. What will it be this time? 41.7 that lap, which is 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, all doing 41.7s. You can see the determination this weekend from William Seal, leaning over the wheel, trying to pull away from Bo Prenesti. They work their way out of that right-hander, and it's just a quick security dab through that left-hander, and then they're flat out through this part of the circuit, across the start-finish line. It is a William Seal in control. 41.5 for Luke Pink. So the boys have really tuned it up nicely for heat number 2, and what a time he needed to. A bit of a rough start for Luke Pink, but they have recovered nicely. Sitting in 4th position, fastest lap of the race. They work their way onto the back straight, and he'll get a nice run and close the gap up here on Hugh Barter. And will he make a move to the inside? Sneaking up, yes! Gets the job done. Luke Pink moves into 3rd. Certainly a rocky start for them this morning, but got it dialed in nicely now. 41.540 that lap. 41.609. William Seal just getting quicker and quicker each lap, and that has allowed him just to open up the gap now to Bo Prenesti. It's just under a half a second as they work their way along the back straight. These guys today are pushing. They are desperately needing points. Points, no doubt, will equal trip to the World Finals. 3 tickets up for grabs. Last lap borders out. $41.595 for Luke Pink. So lapping 41's lap after lap, and gee, isn't he on a charge? Bo Prenesti sitting in 2nd position. Looks like we'll should hold on to 2nd. Hugh Barter there just shuffled back to 4th. Looks like he will hold on to 4th. Jared Hughes in 5th position. Sebastian Ruiz in 6th. Adrian Hack has recovered and has put himself back into 7th. Osborne 8th position. Luke Thomas 9th. Checkered flag coming out. A great win for William Seal. Bo Prenesti 2nd. Luke Pink in 3rd. Hugh Barter coming home in 4th. Jared Hughes 5th. Sebastian Ruiz in 6th position. Adrian Hack in 7th. Osborne 8th. Luke Thomas 9th. Kobe Gaboni rounding out in 10th. Pradell in 11th position. And Macy Cluteray rounding out in 12th. So that wraps up heat number 2. Their final a little later on. Yes, I said final 3 races today. And then it will be a reset for another 3 races tomorrow. Huge points up for grabs, and as you can see, the body language of the drivers pushing every lap. one position can be vital. Great to see the young Junior Max drivers put up a great fight. More action coming up. Now, thanks to our category sponsor, there was Electro Industries supporting the Junior Max category. Minimax should be getting ready to rumble very shortly. We'll take a quick break and be back with more action here of the final round of the Australian Rotax Pro Tour, brought to you by Sparco. We are here finally. It's the decider weekend, double header weekend. And we will be back just in a few moments. Getting ready for Minimax action as they get set for their heat number 2. Kamal Murad will lead the way. Ava Gnostiadis, Christian Genev, Costa Taparis, Jake Rudakowski, Maxi Walton, Jet Jakosko, Stefan Karadzic and Iwan Oliver are your 9 competitors getting set for a start. About to go racing, and looks like they are underway as they roar their way down to the turn 1. Great start there for Ava as she will slot her way to the inside. Oh, great start, I must say, for Genev. He now moves into 2nd position. Kamal Murad there does a great job and holds on to the number 1 spot as they head their way down into that hairpin for the first time. All getting through cleanly, which is great to see. And now work their way to that tight left hairpin. Ava straight back into 2nd position. And this gives Kamal Murad just those couple of kart lengths lead on this opening lap. They work their way across the start-finish line. Genev back to 3rd, Costa Taparis in 4th. Here's the number 1 man, let's see. And keep an eye on him as they work their way along that short straight. And then they'll dab the brakes into that left-hander, quickly holding the left as long as possible to go right. And getting a good run onto the back straight. Costa Taparis right on the tail of Genev. And let's see if he will make a move. Yes, squeezes through on the inside, gets the job done on Genève. They will then work their way through this left-hander, which is just a little lift off the throttle, and then quickly pedal to the metal, flat out through that right-hander, and now onto the start straight away. Kamal Murad did a beautiful job in qualifying. Couple of tenths buffer he had to qualify on pole position, and has got 4/10 of a second lead at the moment. But Abe Agnostiadis is fastest on track, 44.643. Kart number 14 is fastest on track, but here comes the number 1 kart of Costa Tavares. Will he make a move on the inside? Is he close enough? Not just yet, as they work their